Red button leaves me on.
Yeah. Yes, sir. I know I said the other day that we was gonna drop an emergency podcast, and it's so many things going on. But in the interim, that was 2 days ago. Usually I drop it and y'all have it the next day, and you be on top of it. And in between that time, I let a lot of people catch up, and y'all got a lot of information, which is great. Which means that we can continue to enhance and talk about what you already heard and hear from a different perspective, because it's things going on out here, man. It's just beyond belief. I got a special guest with me today again, the one and only. Y'all know him firsthand. Mr. Dane Irvin is in the building. Oh yeah, that's Hov. That's Hov. So, Dane.
Yo.
What's been the latest with you though?
I'm actually, for myself, I'm just getting back home myself. We had a mandatory evacuation on my side. I don't know if I mentioned it last time, but glad to see. I mean, my damages weren't to the point of others, so I can't even, me and my wife will figure it out. When many people ask me, I try not to, dwell on me, because it's like me and her can figure it out, and our kids will fine. My son is actually just getting back. My oldest son is getting back today. My youngest got back last night. So I'm happy that, we're all in one household, having a good time again. And just seeing, I'm proud of, the city of Houston in many ways on how many people from all different races, colors, creeds come together to help one another. I've seen people give, their entire food stock to families who lost everything.
Right.
And that's the least they can do. I mean, when you're talking about, many people, for the most part, we could say probably 65% of the city has majority of their water out of their homes. But as you and I both know, there's still areas over there in the Barker Cypress area that they're still underwater.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're still releasing water, which to me, that's another conversation for another time to help me understand how are you, flooding these people out of their homes. And from early reports, they're not accepting responsibility either.
Yeah.
Which
they
is
got some lawsuits popping off now.
That's crazy. But, all in all, the city is trying to get back together. I mean, it's not going to be the same when it's being affected. And then just on a wider scope, you have other hurricanes out there, which, now that,
Irma.
some people are afraid that FEMA is here, they're going to pick up and get out of here, because you're talking about Irma, Category 5, tearing through Puerto Rico. I mean, I retweeted it. Yeah, I retweeted the eye. It looked crazy. Like, it looked crazy. And I mean, at 185, 190 mile an hour winds, come on, man. Like, that's, and then there's another one behind it, Jose.
Yeah.
So it's like, man, I mean, we just going through a stretch only to walk out my doors the last 2 days and it feel, beautiful.
Yeah.
Not a cloud in the sky.
Man,
it's like, wow, all you can do is scratch your head and just, I don't know. I mean, you can only hug your loved ones, you can say your prayers, and you can just try to stay out the way. In so many ways.
Sporting world. Like what? Because right now,
man,
the most recent one has been Michael Bennett.
Yeah,
One of Houston's own.
That, and then my whole thing is this, as we would say, in the urban dwellings, Michael Bennett is pretty woke. He stayed woke.
Yes,
so with his happening, him releasing it was calculated.
No doubt.
Extremely calculated.
Yeah.
And the fact that many tried to question if what he was saying was being embellished or fabricated, and the part about the gun to his head, and then for the video to come out, the first video. So then now it did happen. It did happen, but they didn't put a gun to your head. And then what I was proud of this morning, I don't know if you've seen it, but it was a gentleman of color. He released his body cam. And you see the gun drawn and by his head. Right. Because initially in the first video, they tried to say, there was no gun. See, he fabricated, wasn't true, he's a liar, it didn't happen. Like, we're not in the court of law where once you poke a hole in my theory, everything now that I say is false. No.
Right.
But when the second body cam came out, it showed the cop had his gun drawn. and
it was still on it.
Right, exactly. But they have the whole video to that.
Okay.
And it was a officer of color, and I think it's those situations that we do need to see more of their own turning their own in, because how ironic the arresting officer body cam wasn't on.
I know. What about that?
And my thing is, something needs to be done. Some type of like automatic zero tolerance ramification needs to happen when your body cam is not on and you're in an incident. If you don't have yours on and nothing happens, then you cool, whatever. But if you get in an incident and ironic enough, your body cam is not on, you should be automatically fired. Automatically.
I can get over that, because if you get into an incident, even if something happens to you, you need people to know what happened to you.
Exactly.
You know?
But again, these guys, they have a switch when they can hit it and it can go on, it can go off. I just find that to be so. And then to relate it to Houston, if someone gets fired from the HPD, they'll just go to the constables or they'll go to another agency. I think that's the next step that nationally needs to be looked in. Like you can't get in law enforcement for a stretch. Not just I get fired from HPD on Friday, and because Marlon's my man and he's the chief of police in Fort Bend, I can go to Fort Bend.
Yeah,
and a lot of the times that's what happens.
Yeah.
Literally, whether they're on a not necessarily leave of absence because you're still with the agency, but if most cops, when they're fired from one agency, they can just go to another agency.
Yeah.
So something needs to be done more to strip many of these individuals. So in in Las Vegas, I don't know if they have the constable situations like we have, but I'm sure they can go over to the next county, Henderson or some of those other areas.
Probably, but going back to your body cam, I'm laughing because I sit back and think to myself, I wonder if they got that from the people in Philly, from the police in Philly.
Probably so.
You know how they was cutting off their body cameras?
Oh, absolutely.
Planting the evidence, turning it back on.
In Baltimore, they did that as well.
And in Baltimore, did not realize that the camera still be on while y'all cutting it off for another 30 seconds. So
exactly.
It caught you planting that. So I wonder if those guys said, look, we ain't turning on our body cams because of this or that, or they thought it was off. But long story short, what coming back around is the fact that when Michael Bennett, his timing this up came out, because you know what? Like you said, he stay woke. He's active. And so he waited a week and a half, almost 2 weeks before he put it out. He got all his ducks in a row.
Absolutely.
Got his attorneys, got his family involved, his people knew about it. I'm sure the NFL, Roger Goodell all knew about it. And let them know, before we put this out publicly, we're going to get everything together. So we're going to get this statement together. Because if you know you got a week and a half, 2 weeks to put that statement together, you're not leaving out. You're not putting anything in there that coulda, woulda, shoulda, mighta happened.
Well, here's
put everything in there that you know is going to be able to be proven and validated.
Here's a great point as well. Bringing it to Houston and getting people to support causes. At the end of the day, Colin Kaepernick's stance on why he's kneeling is because of police brutality. Absolutely. It has nothing to do with the military. It has everything to do with police brutality. He can't get the traction that he wants. Houston's very own J.J. Watt, for a cause that everyone deems worthy. So I last heard he's up to $27 million.
Man.
I say that to say it's how ironic Colin can't get the same support in his situation, because what? It's not deemed worthy. It's not deemed to a point where people feel, well, I get harassed by the police.
Right.
I go through these certain situations of police brutality with the police. And now here we have Michael Bennett, who's giving you a clear depiction of what happened to him. And he still had people questioning and not supporting what he was saying.
Yeah.
I really don't understand what more is it going to take.
Wait till all the evidence comes out before we discuss.
We want to see the whole video.
You know what I'm saying?
What more do you need to see?
Aaron Garner, we need to wait till the whole video comes out before you make it.
Come on, man.
So we're going to watch this whole video of this guy choking this guy to death in front of us. We're going to watch the whole video. Yeah, I see that. And then, boom.
But like somebody had a great point, though. This seed was planted back in 1992 with Rodney King.
Oh, the very first one to ever be on video.
You had all the video and nothing happened.
No doubt.
So now here we are 25 years later? Yeah. 25 years later, and now me and you have kids. And what really truthfully scares me is the fact that I don't want myself nor my kids to ever grow numb to this. I don't want it to become a norm and that's where we're headed. It's becoming a norm. Like, how many situations do we have to have on video? We have to have a still shot before something is done to, because every time we do something wrong, an example is made.
What?
A huge example. Ray Rice, an example was made.
Mm-hmm.
We're seeing it now with Colin Kaepernick.
Mm-hmm.
Examples being made.
Yeah.
Why do we always have to get the examples? And we do learn, but when the shoe's on other people's foot, it's one bad apple.
I really feel like, I'm gonna tell you like this. Somebody said, like, do you believe in God? Some people don't believe in God. Well, you know what? If it's not a God, then at the end of the day, I don't do nothing wrong. I ain't lose nothing by trying to have some hope. But if there is, at the end of the day, there is a God and it's a judgment day, and you don't believe, guess what? You got everything to lose. And I personally believe that, you know what? It's got to be a special place for us going, and the reason why us as individuals, people of color, go through what we go through. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm not going to get into religion and biblical and things of that nature, but you know what? I'm just going to say that, like, look, you can have, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You ain't going to be able to suppress people and do things like people, and then all of a sudden at the end of the day say, I'm sorry, I love you, I repent, and it's over. I don't think it works like that.
I hope it don't work like that.
Yeah, I don't think so. I hope it don't. Because
I really hope it
I'm
don't
just
work
gonna
like
say,
that would be very disappointing.
Yes,
like,
and I don't
because
because regardless of what people say, if there is a high God, what I'm saying, I believe in God. It's like I'm not gonna sit back and say He worked like that. Because otherwise, we would all be out here doing our own thing.
We all gonna be up there.
You know what I'm saying? We all gonna do. I'm gonna do everything to the day I roll and be like, hey Lord, I'm sorry, I love you. Sorry, forgive me. Let me. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm thinking like you said about Kaepernick, man. It's like I keep thinking about it. I pulled that Muhammad Ali clip out the other day, yesterday. It was a 1 minute piece, and I need to play it for a second. Let me see if I can play it. I ain't even thinking about this because it'll help lead into this next segment on Kaepernick.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was, man, that dude is different, man. That dude is, you got to commend that guy on who he is and everything he's done because he risked a whole lot. And when
I can say it now. We're 3 days away from the start of the NFL season, and we just know just through attrition, people get hurt, people
Mm-hmm.
gonna be out.
Mm-hmm.
But at the rate that they're signing
novices,
no professional experience,
unproven,
guys that are not good.
Sorry,
it's safe to say, even when someone gets hurt, I don't think he's gonna get a call.
It's a wrap.
He's not gonna get a call.
Let's listen to this Muhammad Ali interview right quick.
Well, they go down in history just been athletes. I'm giving them more praise and credit for what I'm just doing now on their show than coming here and beating 5-year English champions.
At the same time.
Because right now, black people, when you show this show, are home jumping, home shouting, because they don't have the nerve to say what I'm saying, and nobody's never said it, and they're just so happy to see a black man who will stand up and jeopardize every quarter he's got to tell the truth. So, like, Floyd Patterson and other fighters, they just don't take part. They make $1 million, they get them a Rolls Royce, they get them a nice home, they get them a white wife. Well, I made it, America's great, and the rest of them catching hell, and he won't say nothing. But when one man of popularity can let the world know the problem, he might lose a few dollars himself telling the truth, might lose his life, but he's helping millions. But if I kept my mouth shut just because I can make millions, and then this ain't doing nothing. So I just love the freedom and the flesh and blood of my people more so than I do the money.
That's powerful. That's Muhammad Ali.
That's why he was Ali, though.
Great. And
but part of being, I think we loosely,
man,
we see it on social media. You see the goats.
That's powerful, right there.
Listen, to be a real GOAT, you have to be a visionary.
Yeah.
Ali said that had to be in the 60s, possibly 70s.
Mm-hmm.
That's showing true to form 40, 50 years later.
Yeah.
And it give you chills because it's like, wow.
He sat there last week and saw the same thing and just said it last week. It's almost like I go back to Jackie Robinson. Jackie Robinson said that I would not stand for a flag. This was 40-some years ago. He said, I will not stand for that flag. That flag is about oppression. That flag doesn't respect me. And he said, I can't respect that flag.
Wow.
And now, it goes full circle today.
Absolutely.
So that's why I look at it when I sit back and, man, I don't know what other people think, man. Like, I sit back and few weeks ago, man, over a year or something ago, I said that, like, you take LeBron James, I say, I like LeBron James. I think he's a modern day hero for what he's done for his people.
Absolutely.
We don't do that. The people that's closest to him, he took care of them, put them on, not just give them a handicap, but he made sure that they was able to strengthen themselves.
No doubt.
So now it goes full circle, and I sit back and I say the same thing about Kaepernick, man. I think he's a modern day hero, man. And he's a guy that just what Muhammad Ali said. He said, man, he gave up millions. He's willing to give up millions to stand for what he feels is right. And then you imagine how many people, I've heard this time and time again about how many people are worried about they won't sit for the flag, or they won't be able to make any kind of protest because they're worried about getting cut. They're worried about not getting a contract. And so with that being said, it just makes it seem like, as always, that people are so in tune to the love of money. They need the money. They're not willing to struggle. I sit back and thought like this. Everybody say, well, we need football because that's how my baby gonna get this. We need basketball. My baby gonna get this. Do they not realize we here today, and we was here before sports? We was here before football came to America. We was here before basketball was invented in America.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We survived. Mm-hmm. We created things.
Well, I mean,
we invented things.
100 years ago, basketball didn't exist.
And we were still living,
right,
surviving, creating things.
Figuring things out. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that we got kind of handicapped with that right there, realizing thinking that everything that we do has to be evolved, or sports is our primary out. That's our primary out. And I think we need to start getting kids and people to understand that, look, there's other things, man.
No,
there's
true.
other things. You know I
think we have to celebrate more of those that get it done, that get it done from other means, and understand that they didn't they didn't dribble a ball, or they didn't do a certain thing to achieve great. And I'm not just talking about college degree. I'm talking about like real greatness. Mm-hmm. Like we have to know about Madam C.J. Walker. Mm-hmm. And we got to know she was arguably the first millionaire in America. Yeah. And we're talking about late 1800s, 1900s, early 1900s, and how she got it done just through her, like you just said, her vision.
Right.
And what it meant for women products and hair products, and what she did, and understanding like this is a market that I need to address and I need to see. Right. It's just more people that we have to know about and know that they were greater than anyone that we've ever seen on a field or on a basketball court, and they got it done by this. Man. The thing in between their two ears.
Yes.
So I just think more of our people need to understand that. Like I think for the most part, many don't know when they have the leverage. Many don't know when they have the leverage. Like I can tip my hat to like Aaron Rodgers. When Aaron Rodgers spoke up and showed some type of support of Kaepernick, Aaron Rodgers had to wake up one day and say, guess what? They're not cutting me. They can't do nothing to me. In the worst case scenario, I mean, I look at my portfolio here. I got $60 million, whatever maybe in my, that I've earned or I got stashed away. Me standing by him, this is not going to disappear.
Right.
So why shouldn't I show support to my brother in a cause that I have enough empathy to say, guess what? They do get done unjustly. They are handled a certain way that I'm not handled like, and that's not right. I said it to you over the phone. I think I said it in the car yesterday. Anytime, in any field, for that matter, not just sports, but in life, when people see an injustice and you don't say something, those that sit idle are just as wrong.
Absolutely. I had on a shirt like that.
And keep in mind, I'm not even necessarily saying that you have to dive in and get physical or make some type of confrontation, but as long as you make it known to those that are oppressing that, yo, listen, you wrong, man.
Yeah.
You wrong.
There comes a time where silence becomes betrayal.
True. That's a good one.
I had that shirt on yesterday. Martin Luther King said, there comes a time where silence becomes betrayal.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying? And
that's my second quote I'm taking from Marlon Love.
Please take it.
You know the other one is, right?
What's that one?
It's not your fault,
but it is your problem.
That's a classic.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's not, yeah. Sometimes your silence becomes, That's real.
Because it's
That's
like,
very
you can't sit back and watch somebody go through something and just turn a blind eye. And that's what most people have been doing for years. And they're so afraid. I'm going to tell you something, man. Watch this. I was walking through the Galleria yesterday, and I had on that shirt that I said that about Martin Luther King. At some point, there becomes a time where silence becomes betrayal. You know what I'm saying? And I had, and it was funny because I didn't say anything, but my son, my middle son, Ian, he said, Dad, a lot of people keep saying they like your shirt, right? And I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool, man. I'm glad that they like that. Now, at the same time, I'm watching certain people when they walk by me and they read that shirt. And they didn't frown up. A lot of people didn't frown up, but their lips froze like they bit their tongue on the inside and bit their lips, because it's like, yeah, you ain't gonna acknowledge it, but it touched your soul. It touched your spirit. You know what I'm saying? It touched you. You saw it. You read this shirt. You know what I'm saying? And it's a reality. And it's a reality that people need to hear and be talking about, because we'll go all the way back to the beginning about when we, one thing that I posted yesterday, I posted today on my Twitter, and people just don't even, nobody really retweet this one. And I'm okay with it because there's no words, it's just a link. And then before yesterday, I retweeted it before. It's Ice Cube's latest video, Good Cop, Bad Cop. You know what I'm saying? Now all I want to do is because while we talking about the Las Vegas with Michael Bennett, and the cops was quick to come out and say, well, those were 2 Hispanic police officers. Who the hell gives a damn? You gotta hurry up and say that, because usually 99% of the time it's somebody white.
But not only that, you're trying to separate it to say it's not white, black, it's minority versus minority.
Yeah.
Color doesn't matter. The action is what's wrong.
The act itself.
The act itself. Police brutality doesn't, even in Kaepernick's stance of police brutality, we know many of the times in urban dwellings that cops come and rough brothers up.
Absolutely.
That's still brutality.
Absolutely.
Like, again, I think what is, and shout out to Shannon Sharp, because let me tell you something. Not only was Shannon on fire today and letting Tony Gonzalez have it,
I missed it today.
Oh, man, he let him have it. He was teasing him, saying the man used Beijing on his hair. He was on him to a point, like, if we was in school, like, he would have dove on him. Like, that's the only option.
We taking this outside.
We got to fight now.
Right now. Yeah.
But he does the best job. And listen, Charles and Kenny, those my guys, they get all the Emmys almost every year. I think Shannon, if the real is voting on him,
man,
Shannon and Skip, they about to get some type of Emmys or something, because when I tell you, since he's taken this new role, Shannon, he's kept it A1 from day one.
Yo, he made Skip
from day one
his game up.
Oh no, absolutely.
Not just, it wasn't no ESPN. When he went over here, Shannon made Skip step his game up.
But see, I do you one better.
Research power now. He got
exactly.
research.
And this is why I can appreciate him. Who,
Shannon or Skip?
Shannon.
I respect Skip.
And Skip a little bit too.
Oh, go ahead.
But when it was with ESPN,
we talking about the Undisputed now. Y'all got to listen to that.
Fox Sports, let's give them their credit.
Yeah,
Fox Sports won.
But
I think with ESPN, I think they had a bit of, they had to keep it comical. They had to keep it jovial, a little back and forth.
Yeah.
Whereas I think on Fox Sports 1,
we going there.
Not only we going there, but if you notice, even in Shannon's tone, his tone stays the same.
Oh man!
So it's not gonna be up down. It's gonna stay one level.
You got to be like that. You got to see his facial expressions.
Yes, but see, with Stephen A. used to be so animated, it took away from what he was actually saying.
From the substance of what.
Because even in Stephen A.'s style of what he does, he has quotes. He has memorable quotes, quotables, whatever.
Yeah.
Shannon ain't with all that.
Yeah.
Shannon is giving you facts to stay with you.
Man.
And one of the main facts that he stays with is people, they are trying hard to change the narrative of what Colin is kneeling for.
Yes, it ain't about the flag.
Or the military.
Yeah, or the military, yeah.
They knew at the end of the day, this is about brutality. And he does the best job on television of keeping the narrative of what it was intended.
We're going to stay on point. I'm not letting
It's about brutality.
Yeah. And then I was saying, it's like,
period.
The police officer, he said it was about Brown. Look, and the reason why I tweeted the thing out about good cop, bad cop, and I'm going to be tweeting it for the next whatever. I might skip it there, whatever. Huh?
Pin it to the top of your page.
I might.
If you don't have nothing up there.
I can because I'm just about this. When is it going to come a time where the police themselves?
Well, again, that's why I like the second video, because that was released by someone in that department.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, in knowing that.
But that was probably timely too. When are the police going to police the police? When are they going? I personally believe, and I know I said this the other day, that when we was riding, I was like, look, I think that more black officers should be patrolling their neighborhood more, because if you got a black police officer that go over to patrol River Oaks,
Mm-hmm.
and he stops somebody, the first thing they gonna do is call the white person. Gonna call whoever is over that community. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna now you got a white police officer in the black community, and he stop people all the time. The black person don't know who to call, and they take advantage of that. You know what I'm saying? So if at worst case scenario, it should be salt and pepper teams. Like I said, it should be salt and pepper teams. You teach me the way y'all do things when we go to your neighborhood, because we gonna go to your neighborhood and patrol. We ain't gonna just stay in this neighborhood and patrol all the time.
Right.
And I'm gonna teach you how we do things over here, so I can make sure that we have to help learn each other.
Well,
so that if you ever out of here and I'm by myself, I know how to handle those people over there. See what I'm saying? I have a rapport with them.
My man said it great this morning. Like, there's too many chumps like joining these police forces. I know quite a few veteran cops.
They don't vet them enough.
Not only vet them, but because they get around it.
Yeah.
They get the test, they get around it. But like, talk to some of the cops you know. Ask them how many times they've actually had to, let alone draw their gun, but discharge their gun. And I've met 20-year vets, 30-year vets,
right,
17-year vets. You know, at Houston was a 20, you can get your 20. It used to be an HPD, you can get your 20 in and get out. I know guys that never drew their gun, let alone shot it. But again, when you are scared. And I get that, but if you're scared, you need to be behind this desk. You don't need to be patrolling OB.
But I don't even think it's so much about drawing a gun.
Because I know some
they draw their guns at the wrong people at the wrong time.
Because they're scared. That's exactly my point. Because like you just said, if those that patrol their area, you could walk up and you already know how to survey the scene of what's going on.
Yeah.
But you take somebody, take your own neighborhood, which is a great neighborhood, right? But then you take a cop that grew up in Tomball, or he grew up in Conroe, and he didn't grow up in these same type of urban dwellings.
He don't know how to handle it.
When he comes to this area, he's never seen an all-black neighborhood. So a fear to certain level is going to kick in. Now if it's loud music, it's the smell of a little reefer. Like, now other nerves are kicking in.
Pookie, like what I said earlier, Pookie over there tripping.
Dogs is barking.
Ellis gonna come in and say, hey, Officer Ellis gonna come in and say, hey man, Pookie. Who the hell out the way, man? Get out of here before I have to do something with you.
Man, put that dog up, cut that music down.
And he out.
Whoever's smoking something need to put it out.
Yeah, Ellis, man, all right, man, we got you.
Now, once the dog is put up, Pookie go in the house, and they put the reefer out, the cop is leaving.
He gone.
I ain't got to do no paperwork. Now, whether some people may not believe that's police work, but that is police work.
That's police. That's taking managing things, managing a small crisis, managing things without having to make it escalate into something major. But you got Officer Billy that might come over here, and the same thing. First thing he gonna do, he gonna get out of the car, he gonna draw down his gun.
Because he hear dog barking.
Yeah, he hear something done. He see some people out there that just congregated.
He's sitting on the curb leaning.
Everybody congregated and chilling. So he gonna pull out his gun and be like, hey, why? Because he feel like he gotta demand authority right away. And all you doing is making people disrespect and lose respect for you right away.
Absolutely.
You got their attention, but they ain't gonna be like, yo, if I ever see him, I'm gonna fuck him up. If I ever see him out. You know what I'm saying?
Because
go ahead.
I had the same dealing my years as a juvenile probation officer. We had a yearly training where we had different trainings. We had one to restrain kids. One was a PRT. Another one was called Handle with Care. And these different maneuvers is when a riot is happening or a fight is taking place. You have to separate two kids. Somebody even attacking you, they may be upset coming from court.
Right.
In my 12 years to be exact, I restrained less than 3 kids. Now, granted, I do have the physical appearance to help with my job.
Right.
But at the same time, I've been in countless riots. And I don't think people understand, in a juvenile facility, juvenile riots is off the hook. We talking about kids who didn't save some pork chop bones. They grazed them down like they was in jail. Same stuff with a razor. I mean, with a toothbrush. Just
Yep.
many of the things. And you just found out you got 19 years and you 16 years old. You don't know how to compute that. You don't. You thinking you was just riding in the car. You didn't think nobody was going to get killed. You didn't think, because you didn't say nothing, that I was just as much as accomplice as the person that pulled the trigger.
It's over for you.
And it's over.
Damn.
But again, it's being able to survey these kids, because when you sit in a unit with them for days in on days in as they're going to court, you get to learn them, you get to know them, and you know their fears and you know their concerns. So I've never had to restrain. I like you saying, a cop patrolling that area, I equate it the same way. When they know their area, they know where certain things is going on.
You got a rapport with people.
Bingo.
You got a rapport with people,
Bingo.
man. It almost go down to what was the movie with Denzel? Training Day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was crooked a little bit, but they had a rapport with him. They understood who he was and this and that and that. You go back down to what was that? Colors. Colors back in the day. Pac-Man and other. They had a rapport with the neighborhood. They knew who they was with. You know what I mean? So nowadays it's like these guys. The kids don't have a rapport with no police officers. These dudes want them to fear them before anything else. It's not a reverence. It's not a respect to them and who they are and their authority. They want fear. First of all, that's what they want. They want you to fear them. They want to be able to step out their car. And first, go back kind of what you said. They might be afraid them damn selves because they ain't used to this situation, this environment. So if you ain't used to this situation, this environment, your ass shouldn't even be around here. You know what I mean? You shouldn't be patrolling. If you ain't used to, if you don't know how to go in and interact with these guys and talk to them,
diffuse the situation.
Absolutely.
That's what I was always taught in the juvenile ride, and I'm quite sure in some type of police training around this country, is to diffuse the situation.
Yeah.
You go back to Lonzo and Denzel in Training Day. He would always say, "You want to go home?" Because at the end of the day, everybody want to go home. I want to even say Pac-Man and the old man in Robert Duvall said that in Colors.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to go home, man.
That's it. See, we're trying to go home, man.
That's it. So at the end of the day, it doesn't change, but something has to be done. And I think the difficulty comes in when we see many of these police situations and agencies, they're local level. And then every state is different. Because my thing is, a cop stopping someone in the state of Texas, not how loosely, but how you can carry guns. Yeah. It's a different handle than a guy in New York who carrying guns is illegal off the rip. You're going to jail off top.
And you know,
so it's Chicago, same way. You can't carry so it's a different. I think it gets difficult because now you're dealing with individual states and individual local level issues.
Now see, with that, you made me just think about maybe a title to this podcast. I don't think, I get it, and I love the country. This is all I know, and it's about the United States of America. But I'll be thinking about this. We're gonna call this the divided states of America, because when every state has different laws and regulations, we divided. Everybody lives differently. We always divided. This is not united, because united, we would all be standing for the same thing.
One nation.
We would always all know the same thing. Why can't Houston be like you say New York? Hey, if you get caught with a gun, it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? Down here, now they just passed a law. You can walk down the street with machetes now. You can walk down the street with a machete now. You can walk down the street with open gun. This is the divided states of America.
And then that's still not even fair, because they did an experiment, and it's on YouTube. I'm gonna look it up for you. And I'm gonna send you the link.
What's that?
It was about assault rifles. And it was a spot in Michigan, where this dude had some joint that was fresh out of G.I. Joe that we grew up on. Roadblock. I'm talking about snake eye, huge gun. Police pull up. What you doing, son? Like you just said. Yeah. Talking to him. So I'm not doing nothing. I'm going to blah, blah, blah. So they asked him about the gun. He said, I'm not breaking the law.
It's mine.
Broke the law down whole nine. Did the same experiment with a person of color. What you think happened?
Oh, yeah, they jumped on him.
Oh, Lord.
Jumped out the car. Freeze!
Absolutely.
Oh, that's automatic.
Absolutely.
You get a white guy walking down the street with an assault rifle strapped on his back, they gonna just ride by and ask him a question. They said black dude with an assault rifle, they circling the wagon.
The block, they had the helicopter out. It was it was crazy.
Oh yeah.
But it adds to what you're saying. The United States of America.
Yeah.
Like and then it does not help when our chief and commander is as antagonizing as he is.
45. 45, 45, 45, 55, 45.
45 don't make it no better. I like that though. I like that.
That's right.
I see more people doing that. Not gonna disrespect them. Not gonna call them names. Just gonna give them that.
He wanted to be number 45, so we'll give you what you asked for.
He got it.
45.
But I'm not gonna give you enough pub because he gets enough pub as it is.
Yeah.
But I think that's the moniker I think more people need to adopt. Not gonna be disrespectful. You know, we saw the disrespect of Obama. And people call him by his name instead of President Obama.
And 45 can't keep Obama out his mouth.
No. Barack is not thinking about that man at all, man. You hear me?
Man.
At all.
At all.
I don't think a press conference cannot go by without him mentioning that man.
Oh, anything. Anybody. Or anything. I forget the chick that be talking all the time now. She do the...
And it's crazy because Barack never used to talk about Bush before him. He moved on and did what he had to do, but
he did.
We're in a strange place, peculiar place. I mean, it's just it's unfortunate, but I mean, going from Colin.
Again, I think Colin is a hero, man.
I don't doubt that.
I respect everything he did.
I think he's gonna go down in the history books. I think this is gonna have a deeper impact than many people feel. But it's just so unfortunate how, you know, he's being vilified on this particular situation.
But speaking of Kaepernick, man, what you think about Ray Lewis, man? We got to give him a number 2 because I don't really want to start giving him a name no more. I forget what jersey number he wore. 12 or 42 something.
I forgot what number Ray wore too. 52.
What you think about 52?
You know what 52 is like? Because I definitely feel every label, every word, they do exist. As much as people don't agree with the N-word, but there are some N-words in society. That's just a fact. The definition means ignorant black person. There are some ignorant black people in this world. So when people use the term, I mean, it is what it is. When it comes to Ray, we see all the dancing.
52.
Jip, well, 52. We see all the gifs of, you know, Daffy Duck dancing with a hat on. You see the raccoon shuffling by. And I don't necessarily see Ray as that. However, his behavior, believe it or not, I understand. And here's why.
Okay.
Ray saw his life flash in front of him in that limo down in Atlanta.
He should have saw it more than that time.
Right.
Well, go ahead.
Saw his life flash in front of him. And know he was spared. Know he got off easy. And from that moment forward, 52 knew he had to choose a side. He was already on our side. He knew our side wasn't a side. And for him to survive for the rest of his life,
He had to cross over.
he got, as the old timers used to tell me, he got etched out. Got etched out. So now all the things that 52 does now, it don't surprise me. Like my whole thing is, why even look to him? Why even look for Ray's comment, Ray's response, Ray like.
Right, exactly. Why do they keep bringing him on? I kind of look at him as the same thing as like 52, man. It's just, you know, man, he just, I just can't believe. I can believe it because I seen it, but it's like, yo, why somebody else need to check him a little bit more, let him know. But he come on up, Shannon checks him too. Him
and Shannon get into it now.
Oh, he checks him. I don't think he like going on it with Shannon now. He knows Shannon gonna dig up in his chest.
He knows Shannon not gonna let him make it.
Absolutely.
Skip gonna let him make it.
Yeah.
He go to somewhere else, they gonna let him make it.
Yeah.
Shannon was like, I was in the locker room with you. I ain't gonna let you make it.
Yeah.
I was here when you came back from Atlanta, and I saw the ghost in your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not letting you make it. So
Mhm.
with him, it's Shannon is man. I just I don't agree with many of the things that Ray says. I mean, we talking football, we talking motivation. I think that's what Ray was supposed to stop
Yeah.
because he can do that.
That's his thing.
It's funny.
Everybody
Look.
can't transfer.
No, not only that though, but it's funny. Colin need to stick to football. Or Anquan Boulder need to stick to football. LeBron need to stick to football.
Basketball.
But when Ray takes the opposition is on the other side, how many people told Ray you need to stick to football?
Let's talk about his cousin
What was cousin?
with JW.
Snacks?
Yeah, Snacks. Good call. Jason Whitlock. We're gonna call him Snacks.
So look, for all those who's following, we got 45, we know who that is.
45.
52, we know who that is.
Yeah.
And Snacks is the third now.
Snacks.
We got it.
Did you see what he did the other day?
You know who that was?
Kaepernick? Who was that?
Oh, do you know who that was?
I'm gonna say this though. I'm
That hurt my
I'm
heart.
gonna set this up for you.
We
I'm gonna
talking
set this
about
up for you.
hip-hop?
No, because
Oh.
I'm saying this. I said everybody's jumping on Snacks, but I'm like, who was the dude who did it? I don't know who that was.
You
Who
know
was
who
the
that
dude
was?
who did it?
Are you being facetious right now?
I'm so serious.
I gotta throw my
I'm so serious.
my Eric Michael Dyson word in there, facetious.
Because I was gonna say that ain't.
You know who that is? I gave you a hint. It hurt my heart to hip hop. It hurt my heart.
It wasn't him. It wasn't
What
Alicia Keys' husband.
No,
Who was it?
I grew up.
Swiss Beats. I thought it was Swiss. It wasn't
No,
Swiss.
it wasn't Swiss. I grew up in the neighborhood where they were from.
Stop. Left, right.
Herbie Lovebug was their producer. They had one of the most iconic flicks when we grew up. Robin Harris starred in the movie as his
That
daddy.
wasn't Kid from
Yes,
Kid
it
and Play.
was.
Stop
Yes.
playing.
Hurt my heart, bro. Killed me.
No.
Killed me.
Oh man.
I said, and hold on, and you know what's so crazy? You know he's bald, right?
Yeah.
Mind you. All the hair he had back in the
On that
day.
high top fade.
He's bald now,
Yeah.
and he put the wig on. True story. That was my hurtful moment in hip hop.
Damn. I was wondering who that was. I can't.
That was him.
I ain't do no research on it. I just like, yo.
No. That's exactly what I did. I saw Snacks, which, by the way, that is probably the funniest soundbite that LeVar Ball has ever done. You have to go back. I sent it to about 10 people yesterday.
Yeah.
And he was dead serious. He said,
He can't do nothing.
he can't do nothing but tell me about Snacks.
Yeah.
And when I fell out, and that's why I said that's his name, man.
Snack.
But when it comes to Snacks, Snacks is another one, man. He's one of those dudes that, you know, he'll try to make him look good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he was I can't say fat because, you know, people say I'm fat shaming him, but again, we're going back 20 years, 25 years when we were kids. Calling someone fat was acceptable.
Right.
But he was that fat kid back then. He knew he was fat. He knew he couldn't get no girls, but he would do whatever just to get a chuckle or laugh or get attention. And that's how I don't, same thing with him. I don't give him the tap dancing moniker. I don't give him the coon references. I don't get into that with Snacks. But Snacks is, that's how I identify him. That's how he is.
Sean King. If y'all don't follow Sean King on Twitter, y'all need to follow him. ShaunKing. Man, he posted some tweets that when Snacks used to work for the other network, Snacks used to work for ESPN. Yeah, Snacks used to work for ESPN. He tweeted Sean King saying, "You're this, you're incredible, you're this." Showed him another tweet, "You're this, you're that, you're this, man, you're one of a kind, this and that and that." He said, and then Sean King said that was the Jason Whitlock before the ESPN let him go, and he had to change over to the other side in order to get another job. So now he didn't change over to the other side. He don't know. It's like this, like they say, you can't. What's my whole line? Man, can't. Anyway, long story short, when a good girl goes bad, she's gone forever.
Gone forever.
You know what I'm saying?
Can't turn a bad girl good, but once a good girl's gone bad,
she's gone forever.
She's gone forever.
Snacks can't come back.
Nah.
Snacks is over. It's a wrap. Snacks can't come back.
Mm-mm.
And it makes no sense. It's like, and when something go down, if it ever go down, he gonna expect to hope that we embrace him.
Nah, he knows. Snacks know.
You know.
Snacks know. He know it. There's no coming back.
52 should know also.
52
He
still
think
a
he
little
still got
blinded.
hood. He think he still got hood credit because he from Baltimore, this and that. And they think he still got hood credit. I think he lost all that for real.
In Baltimore, yes. Well, no. Baltimore, they still love him. I'm gonna tell you this why. Because to his credit, you know,
He doing some things.
he touched the people.
Mm-hmm.
They see him. I think many of those maybe where he's from in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
They don't see 52 the same way.
Mm-hmm.
The saving grace that he has, and it's undeniable and it can't be taken away from him, is, you know, what he did as a
Player.
as a linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
So my whole thing is did he get inducted in the Hall of Fame already?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Because that's my whole thing. A lot of those guys, they do the TV blitz just to stay in people's face so that when these Hall of Fame votes come up, they get in the Hall. My whole thing is once they get in, disappear, please.
Did you see the deal with Anthony Morrow?
Yeah.
Chicago Bulls Anthony Morrow was in Atlanta. He did that real quick too.
I think he did it right when his happened.
Yeah. Y'all don't know, he got pulled over by the police. They came up on the gun on him. They draw down on him. He was in the car, right? Asked him why. Oh, long story short, man, it wound up coming. It was a big confusion, man. And then, you know, the investigation had to come all the way out yet.
Mm-hmm.
So, but he said that they harassed him, man, and basically made him do some embarrassing things, and then let him go. There's no record of it either. There's no record of the stop.
Wow.
They didn't give him a ticket. They didn't give him a warning or anything. But they said they had his tent was too dark. You know what I'm saying? So he went on.
Well, wait a minute. If your tent's too dark, you're supposed to be issued a ticket then.
You're supposed to be, but you know when you get to a certain status, they allow you to have it. It's just known. It's a given. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what it is. But and I mean, and we can go back and we can continue to talk about Atlanta, about the police officer down over at the other, not right there, but in Cobb County.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he saw to my, you know, we only shoot. We only gonna kill you if you're black, basically. You know, all of these things that's coming through. Where is, you know what I say? Where is the government? Where is Congress at? Who's supposed to be making the rules and the laws? That's why I say it's the divided states of America. We leave it to y'all. You police yourself over there, and we just gonna make the rules for y'all to bring us income.
It's not.
You know, if it ain't got nothing to do with y'all bringing us money, we gonna let y'all make your own rules. But when it comes down to y'all bringing us money, we'll make the rules then. We'll make the policies. Other than that, y'all go ahead. Y'all live about however you want to. Get it how you live. You know what I mean?
It's unfortunate, man, and it's sad because it's just attitude reflects leadership. One of the greatest quotes in Remember the Titans history.
Remember the Titans.
Denzel getting a lot of plugs on this particular episode, man.
Yeah.
Denzel had some good
He
movies.
was in that one too, wasn't he? Yeah,
But my man Wood Harris
Yes.
hit the linebacker with it. Attitude reflects leadership.
Yeah.
And the attitude of Congress and those, you know,
Attitude
different
reflects
entities.
leadership. Captain.
Exactly. All those different entities that you spoke on, they looking at the leadership. But I'm going back to your other quote with silence. I like that.
Yeah. I'm sure too.
Because again, that applies to our own government,
Absolutely.
our own local government.
Mhm.
That if you see this is happening, nothing is being done, come on, man. Same thing in Cobb County. Like you said, the gentleman said that. I think now he's been fired, but he's probably just going to go down to Decatur. Or he's going to go down to, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Yeah. But let's go to the sports thing because I looked this up. I looked this up, and I ain't gonna sit back and act like I had it or I had it already, y'all. But I ain't gonna act like it's free for. I mean, like I just knew it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna give you some things when I say, man, say everybody be so worried about sports, like sports gotta make it. We can let the sports make it. We need to go back and be creative
Mm-hmm.
because we built this thing. So hell, we were creative. We know. You know what I'm saying?
True.
But you know, George T. Grant,
Mm-hmm.
he invented the golf tee in 1899.
Mm.
Now, I don't just know no average caddy just gonna be inventing no golf tees. That must mean he knew how to hit that thing himself. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Robert F. Fleming Jr. invented the guitar in 1886.
Mm.
Now you don't tell me he just invented the guitar by not knowing how to string that thing.
True.
You see what I'm saying?
True.
We can do some things, but people just don't realize what it is. The hairbrush, the hand stamp, the ice cream scoop, the insect destroyer gun. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The ironing board, Sarah Boone, the keychain, the lantern. I'm gonna call out some things to let people know that we are creative. But you gotta be able to do. It ain't about the bouncing of the ball or the throwing that thing. You know what I mean? And we start talking about the lock, lubricating cup, the mailbox, Paul L. Downey in 1891. It's a lot of different things, man. The record player arm, Joseph H. Dixon, 1819. The pencil sharpener. We invented peanut butter. The mop.
How about this?
Speak on it.
And I got a challenge. On the spot.
Mm-hmm.
Bringing it back to hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
I challenge any youth in the city of Houston, around the country, because we cover.
Mm-hmm.
You know, y'all a big deal now.
We get that.
I ran into a kid out in Vegas, man. Said he heard my podcast, man. Well, a tit of mine. I'm dead serious to the summer league. But I challenge any youth to come find me and quote 3 historical names that KRS-One dropped and you must learn.
Oh yeah.
And I even you can
learn.
put your kids onto that one, low.
Yeah,
So if they
yeah,
run down on me, they get to me, so be it. But
you must learn. That's
you
what's
must
up.
learn. He dropped several historical figures that have been prominent in American society that weren't athletes.
Absolutely.
Charles Drew,
Absolutely.
Benjamin Banneker.
What? Benjamin Banneker.
Come on.
What?
Like, we can go on and on and on. So it's so many people. I even add another one. And this is actually an interesting guy.
Well, we wouldn't be able to drive without the spark plug.
That
Black
too.
man invented the spark plug.
Reginald Lewis.
The stethoscope. The stethoscope. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, gotta hit
boom,
a heart.
boom. Make sure you hear your heart. You know what I mean?
Reginald Lewis
It's Thomas A. Carrington.
grew up in New York. Well, not grew up in New
The
York City.
traffic light.
He worked in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
He was the first African American to build a $1 billion company. And he mysteriously died. We're not even gonna get into how he died. But at the same time with Beatrice Foods, he was somebody that he intrigued me again. He was doing his numbers in the New York area in the 90s and in the 80s. And again, it was unheard of. Again, no one was talking billions in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
In the 90s? Come on, man, that's unheard of.
Mhm.
Billions has just started becoming, you know, it's been there, but part of the common conversation maybe in the last 10, 15 years. And again, this guy was doing his numbers like that in the 90s. So, I mean, it's huge. But like you said, more people need to understand that and get their mindset out of that. But again, challenge to the city, you must learn. KRS-One. Give me 3 names, 3 people, 3 things that they invented. I have a gift for you on the spot. On the spot.
And then they can't just listen to Benjamin Banneker and just go to Carolina.
Yeah, Benjamin Banneker don't count. Charles Drew don't count.
What was Benjamin Banneker?
That's a good question. That's why we got smartphones. But we also have to talk on.
What's that?
You said your man, Kaepernick's girl.
Ooh.
That one's pretty touchy.
She out of line.
That's pretty touchy.
She out of line. She loving. She loving her man. So she got his back. That's what we want to do. Is we want to have a woman that got our back. We also got to have a woman to understand that. Look, when we're in the process of trying to move forward, you can't, and you get upset about something that happens to me. You can't put it out there. Whereas they'll be able to hold something that you say against both of us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And she did that. Can't necessarily remember her name, Nessa, something like that. But she, yeah. Now, it was bad for Cap, but in the high, you know, on a whole other level, I just sit back and say that shit was funny what she did. You know, that picture she put up there was funny from Django. You know what I'm saying? It's just something. You know, she basically was saying that Ray Lewis was Steven from Django. You know, hugging Boss. You know, the owner was Boss. The owner of the Ravens was Boss from Django. You know what I mean? So.
You know what's unfortunate though?
What was that?
That might have been the nail in the coffin for Cap though.
Might have been. Mm-hmm.
That might have been the nail in the coffin. That now again, it's going to shift the narrative again. You can't control your woman and it's not about control. and I've heard many people talk about it yesterday. I've heard some people talk about it this morning. Like, let's be clear. I don't think anyone's significant other should ever step into the lane of their spouse. And she comes back to Houston, I'm going.
What?
Jane Elliott is serious. She had hold on, she got the one experiment. She said she had an experiment in her class where she says, matter of fact, since you did it.
Where's Spike at? Where's Spike at on the all woke team? He's
Spike
second
who?
team, second team, third team.
Spike Lee?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, you don't put him there?
No.
Uncle Rush?
No.
Man, you from New York too? You out there? So
No.
yeah. Not honorable mentions either.
Hold on, can we play a video?
Yeah, absolutely. Put that sound up right there to the mic, right?
To be treated as this society in general treats our citizens, our black
I
citizens.
seen that one.
If
Yep.
you, as a white person, would be happy
Stand
to
up,
receive
hand
the
up.
same treatment that our black citizens do in this society, please stand.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't understand the directions.
She didn't understand.
If you white folks want to be treated the way blacks are in this society, stand. Nobody's standing here. That says very plainly that you know what's happening. You know you don't want it for you. I want to know why you're so willing to accept it or to allow it to happen for others.
Come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
I'm with you on that.
She has several several lectures online that again it talks of and again this is a white, she don't have to do this.
Mm-hmm.
It goes back to what you're saying about MLK, like being silent. Like she could easily just sit back and be silent and live good.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
But the facial one lecture, the girl got up and got mad and left the classroom. Then tried to come back. She said, "Oh no. You're not only gonna apologize to me, you're gonna apologize to every single minority in this room. How dare you?" I'm talking about this shit was balling. Like, no, we're not having that. You didn't have white privilege long enough. And I was like, wow. Yeah, she's first. She's a captain though. She's going out for the coin toss. She's going out for the rules with the ref, with the jacket on. Jane Elliott is a captain.
Man, I got did you hear that somewhere else before? First team all woke?
No, I just
We capping that. We taking that. Y'all have no idea when I was about to be posted on these IGs, because I'm going in right now to tell people we coming up with our first team.
First team.
All woke.
Now you mentioned and again, New York brothers could easily listen. Seen Spike for some time. Seen Russ. And don't get me wrong, Uncle Russ is there. He's Uncle Russ. You know what I'm saying? To everybody. But nah. Not new. It's some Michael Eric Dyson is another one.
Woo, first team all woke. No, you don't like my. Hey,
I like him.
He be
I don't know.
spitting now.
My question is for me, who do you take off? I got Jane.
Who said we got to stop at 5?
Oh, we're basketball players. We're not football
players.
players.
Be a football team. We might have 11 on the first team on this one, baby. We need that.
Or we can do how some conferences do now. They name 12 to the first team, which...
What about Roland Martin? Where he at?
Roland is up there. Roland does a good job of speaking up. Roland, God bless the dead, Dick Gregory definitely would have been first team.
What?
Definitely would have been first team. Where you put Jim Brown?
Man, he's at the you on the reverse. He's over there with 42. Over there with 45, 52. And with snacks.
It was snacks.
Over there with snacks.
It hurt my heart to see this man act like this right now, man.
Louis Farrakhan, he's first team all woke.
Yeah, Lewis is first team. We might have to be 11 people. You're right.
Yeah.
Can't be 5. Can't be 5.
Man, the Black Eagle. What's my man's name? Dang, I gotta think his name, man.
I remember when Farrakhan broke down my man Wallace from 60 Minutes when he was trying to talk down on Nigeria. Oh.
Joe Madison.
Farrakhan broke that man down so crazy. He tried to say Nigeria is the most corrupt nation in the world. Farrakhan said, "You are not going to sit here and tell me like that. I've lived in America." Oh, he went in. You hear me? In. To the point Farrakhan at first was reserved. He was sitting back.
Uh-huh.
And Wallace was up on him like, and you over there with Nigeria. He said, with all the blood that America has on its hands, you have the nerve to call a country that's only been a country for... And keep in mind, that interview might be 15, 20 years old. But he was like, and you got some nerve to call Nigeria corrupt? For 400 years? Oh, man, Farrakhan went in. Farrakhan went in.
It was I'm telling you another one. It was I think it was Bill O'Reilly. Bill O'Reilly. Guess what? Like you say with the interview with Farrakhan, right?
Mm-hmm.
He bought on one time. You know how they they think when they do it, they gonna get you. If they bring you on their show, they think they got you.
Right.
He made the ultimate mistake. And if you go back and think about this, he bought on Cam and Dame Dash onto his show, thinking that he was gonna rock their ass. But
they had him.
They bought that street with him.
Really?
They had him twisted. Oh, the O'Reilly factor. Look at when he bought on Cam and Dame Dash
really?
together.
He was trying to take shots too?
What? He tried to, and they just like, yo. No, this is how it's gonna work, man. We gonna do it. Oh, they flipped the whole script on him.
And he couldn't even get his off.
He couldn't. And he just like, it was over.
Break.
It's over. It's over. It's like we about to do it Harlem style, boy. You know what I'm saying? So
that was real. In New York City.
Yeah. But hey, we done gave y'all plenty to talk about today, man. You got to stay woke. This is all still about the summer, man. It's it's hot in here, literally for real.
The United States of America.
But this is what it is, man. Yeah, we need to become the United States of America because right now we are the divided states of America,
True.
and unfortunately, I think we've been that way for a long time. The seams have been coming loose for a long time, and we've got to get it sewn back up. We got to get it right. The seams have never been all the way right. Let's keep that 100. They've never been totally sewn together and all the way right. So we got to stitch this thing up the right way. We got to make it all right. Accountability across the board for everybody.
Yep.
And it's just right or wrong. You know, it ain't about the color. And I think that, a lot of people, y'all don't want to hear it. For the people that Caucasians, I mess with everybody. But they worried about, they saying 10 years from now, brown people and mixed people are going to be a majority of the population.
That's a fact.
So, they trying to preserve who they are. And by doing what? Genocide? On the slick way? See what I'm saying?
Right.
Killing. So it is what it is, but we straight. And for sure, appreciate y'all coming in. Again, shout out to Dan Irving. Dan, give me your Twitter handle, Dan, because they need to check you out.
At BI Reports. That's BIREPORTS. Don't bother trying to follow me on Instagram because I keep that pretty private. So if I don't know you, I'm probably going to decline you. So it is what it is. But it's always great coming here. We got to get Mo back in town and do something with him. So
yes. Hey, y'all know it, man. We hot. I gotta give y'all one more name to go on to the. Let's see. We gonna. Nah.
What's that?
Hey. All first team.
Who?
Maybe second team. John Legend. John Legend be real.
Honorable mention.
Ooh,
honorable mention.
Honorable mention.
Yeah.
Hey,
he's been speaking up lately.
Y'all should. Hey, this is what we do.
He's been speaking up lately.
Y'all like Dame.
I'm talking about people who've always. I'm talking about people who've always kept it.
Off the rip. Yeah, I got
when
you.
he was ordinary people, we wasn't hearing nothing from John.
Man, just ordinary people.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When he doing records with 3,000, I'm ready to go right now.
Hey,
he wasn't woke then.
Ready to
He wasn't woke then.
He was
green light. He was good. He was good people. Now all of a sudden he got to do a little bit more work, man.
All right. Well then, like Dan gave the young fellas some homework. Well, I'm gonna have to get that question from him too, so I can make sure I tweet that out there for some people. But as family, as whether you're young or adult, text me or send me somebody who you think need to be on the all first team woke. Who need to be on
woke.
All woke team. On the all woke team. The all woke team. First team, second team, third team, honorable mention. Okay? That'll be 44 people on the football team. We're gonna go first team, second team, third team, honorable mention. 44 people on the all woke team.
Yeah.
We alright?
He got rid of the all Madden team, so since we had to start a football, we must have had an all woke team.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
Alright, later. That's right.
Wow, man. Oh, yeah, now Jane Elliott cold, bro.
Yeah, I seen that. You said that.
Man, what?
Well, you put that up
She
there.
not playing no games at all.
To the white, you gotta remember that.
What you got, What you got this weekend?
Shit. Yeah, shit.
Get my son and my man daddy.
What y'all gonna do?
Now, and it's funny too, because I wanted to, and this is more, just on a serious note, right? And even in taking it back to when you married your wife. Did you have a lot of family at your wedding?
I got married at the Justice of the Peace, dog.
Okay, well just say, let's
No.
just say, but let's just say I did have one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in fairness, because I was on Destination, and you know how big your family is, and not counting her side, we just talking your family. You know what I'm saying? Like, my moms and pops, my pop's side,